Here's a question that's been keeping me up at night. Does anyone even care about brands anymore? Or do we just care about who's trending? Think about it. 75% of Gen Z says they're more loyal to individual creators than the companies. Not brands, not logos, people. So, where does that leave the idea of brand loyalty? Is it dead? Or just evolving into something completely different? If loyalty is shifted from logos to people, what does that mean for everyone trying to build something in this space? Hey, I'm Andy, and this is Andy Can Help Live, your favorite corner of the internet where we break down the forces reshaping how we shop, share, and show up online. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the shifting shape of loyalty, why the old model is crumbling, how community is replacing coupons, and what that could mean for brands, creators, and anyone building in the e-commerce space. Whether you're a founder trying to understand why your email campaigns aren't working like they used to, a creator wondering how to build a real connection with your audience, or just someone fascinated by how commerce is evolving, this one's for you. Let's get into it. Remember loyalty cards? Those little cardboard punch cards where you'd collect 10 coffee stamps and get one free? Or the classic email sign-up pop-up. Join our newsletter and get 10% off your first order, followed by weekly emails about sales you probably ignored. For decades, brand loyalty has built on a simple formula. Email lists with discount codes, points systems where you'd earn rewards for repeat purchases, tiered membership programs with exclusive perks, birthday discounts and anniversary offers. It was transactional at its core. Buy more, save more. Spend enough, unlock VIP status. And hey, that worked. For a while. I remember my mom had a shoebox full of loyalty cards from every store she'd ever visited. Starbucks, Barnes & Noble, her local dry cleaner. She was genuinely loyal to brands because they rewarded her for coming back. But here's the thing. That kind of loyalty was built on incentives, not relationships. It was about getting customers to return through financial motivation, not emotional connection. The brand could be faceless, soulless even, as long as the discounts kept coming. Customers weren't loyal to the brand's values or mission, they were loyal to saving money. And in a world where everyone offered similar rewards, where discount codes were everywhere, this model started to lose its power. When every brand is offering 20% off, nobody's offering 20% off, you know? Plus, this old model required customers to think rationally about their purchases. Should I buy this now or wait for the next sale? But here's what brands didn't account for. Most of our shopping decisions aren't rational anymore. They're emotional, impulsive, and increasingly social. So what happened? Why doesn't the old loyalty model work anymore? Let's start with the obvious. Our inboxes are absolute chaos. The average person receives 121 emails per day. Most of us have developed email blindness. We swipe past branded emails without even reading the subject line. Heck, our phones often read them for us and put out an AI-generated summary of what they are. Your exclusive 25% off emails competing with 50 other brands sending the exact same message, and none of them now are being clicked on. But it's deeper than inbox fatigue. The whole pace of culture has changed. Trends now move at TikTok speed. By the time a traditional brand has identified a trend, developed a product around it, and launched a loyalty program to support it, that trend is already over, and you and your target customer moved on to the next viral thing they saw in a Get Ready With Me video. We've also become incredibly savvy about marketing tactics. Gen Z and younger millennials can spot inauthentic brand messaging from a mile away. They know when they're being marketed to, and they don't like it. The old join our newsletter for a discount pop-up, it feels manipulative now. And here's the biggest shift. The internet gave us infinite choice. When you could only shop at the 3 stores in your local mall, loyalty made sense. But now, there are literally millions of options at our fingertips. Why stay loyal to a brand that offers you points when there's probably a better, more interesting option just to scroll away that can save you a few dollars? Today's loyalty isn't about accumulating points. It's about feeling something. It's emotional, it's social, it's communal, and it's about getting the value out of that product. We're loyal to what we feel connected to, and increasingly that connection is with people, not logos. I saw a stat recently that said 92% of customers trust recommendations from people they know over any other form of advertising. But here's the kicker. Social media has expanded our definition of people that we know. That micro-influencer that you've been following for 6 months, your brain processes them almost like a friend. So when they recommend something, it doesn't feel like advertising. It feels like a friend telling you something about something cool that they found. This is where community comes in, and honestly, it's the biggest shift I've seen in e-commerce in the last 5 years. In the new landscape, community is retention. It's not about constantly chasing new customers, it's about giving existing ones a reason to stay, engage, and advocate for you. Let me paint you a picture of what this looks like in practice. Instead of sending generic email blasts to thousands of subscribers, brands are creating intimate spaces where their biggest fans can connect with each other and with the brand directly. Think Discord servers where loyal customers help shape future brand drops, or private Instagram broadcast channels where founders share behind the scenes moments. I know a hair accessories brand that built their entire business model around this. Instead of spending thousands on Facebook ads and building a website, they answer questions, promote community, and host live sale events in their Facebook page. It's a low to no cost way for them to go to market and bring their products to the customers that really care about it. The brand founder is active in the community, answering questions personally, asking for input on new designs and styles, and she's very, very connected in with that community. But here's what's really interesting. The community members became unpaid advocates. They were posting about their products in their own social media, recommending brands to friends, creating user-generated content. The brand barely had to do any traditional marketing because their community was doing it for them. And access? That became their new currency. People don't just want to buy your product. They want proximity. They want to feel close to it, close to the founder, to the mission, to other like-minded people who get it and see things from a similar point of view as them. This could look like early access to new products for community members, live Q&A sessions with the founder, behind the scenes content that makes people feel like they're insiders and, getting something special that they wouldn't get if they were just kind of normal folks. User-generated content features that make customers feel seen, and input on product development, making customers feel like co-creators, being able to have some input on these features that are going to be put into the next products that are coming out that they might consume. The psychology here is powerful. When you feel like you're part of something bigger than just a transaction, when you feel like your voice matters to the brand, when you have relationships with other customers, that's not loyalty that you can easily break. It's the difference between being a customer and being a member. There's that inclusivity and that membership, that belongingness. And when someone identifies as a member of your community, they'll stick around even when competitors offer better prices or flashier products because they have that buy-in with you. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Creators have become the new trust anchors in commerce. We don't just trust what a brand says anymore. We trust who's saying it. And increasingly, that's not a celebrity spokesperson or a polished TV commercial. It's that micro-influencer with 8,000 followers who has a really great skin regimen and seems genuinely excited about the products she uses and shares with her audience. Think about your own shopping behavior. When was the last time you bought something because of a traditional ad versus because someone you follow recommended it? This is creator-led loyalty, and it's completely rewriting the rules of commerce. What we're seeing now is loyalty shifting from logos to people. Small brands embrace this trend and partners with creators in mutually trusting agreements, rather than fighting the current away from brand loyalty. But it's not just about throwing money at influencers and hoping for the best. The brands that are winning are creating genuine partnerships that feel organic and valuable to both the creator's audience and the brand's goals. We're talking about creator-led product lines where influencers have actual input in development, affiliate programs that feel like partnerships, not just commission structures, long-term relationships instead of one-off sponsored posts, and ambassador programs that look like friend groups, not sales teams. When a creator genuinely loves a brand and has been working with them for months or years, their recommendations carry so much more weight. Their audience can tell the difference between authentic enthusiasm and a paid sponsorship. And here's the beautiful part for creators. When you find brands that you genuinely believe in and build real relationships with them, you're not just earning commission. You're building a sustainable business model based on trust and authenticity. The most successful creators I know have 3 to 5 brand partnerships that they've nurtured for years. They're not constantly shilling new products. They're deepening their relationships with brands they actually use and love. They'll often talk about updated versions and related products from these trusted brands in their videos to convey that trust in their brand to you. And also, their existing audience that may have already tried these products is more keen to trying these related products that they are bringing in to showing them and showing, hey, I have something else that may be of interest to you. You've tried these products from me before. I try this. I like it. You may like it too. Okay, so if you're a small brand listening to this thinking, this all sounds great, but I don't have the budget or bandwidth for a fancy Discord server or a celebrity partnership, don't worry. Community driven loyalty isn't about having the biggest budget, it's about being the most genuine. Let me share some real strategies that don't require massive resources. Start with your existing customers. The biggest mistake small brands have is constantly chasing new customers instead of nurturing the ones they already have. Your current customers are your most valuable asset. They've all already proven they're willing to buy from you. Feature real customers in your content. This doesn't mean professional photo shoots. Repost their Instagram stories where they're using your product. Create a branded hashtag and actually use it. When someone tags you, respond meaningfully, not just with emoji reactions. Invite your current customers to become part of the story. Even a simple sample/review agreement with a previous customer can become exposure-driven content with the right direction. Pull back the curtain. Behind-the-scenes content builds connection faster than any polished marketing campaign. Show your workspace, your processes, your failures and wins. That raw content shows that it's you. It isn't all about this polished, ready to go, out of the box presentation to the customer. It is sometimes just about you on your best days, your worst days, and every day in between. Because you're showing up on every day in between as well as the best and the worst days. Share why you started the company, what keeps you up at night, and what excites you about new products. Ask for feedback and actually use it. Co-creation is incredibly powerful. Ask your audience what they want to see next. Let them vote on product colors, scent combinations, packaging designs. When people feel like they've had a hand in the creating something, they become emotionally invested in its success and will often buy into it. Create exclusive experiences. And this doesn't have to be expensive. Create a private Instagram broadcast channel for your best customers. Share early product previews, ask for opinions, give first access to sales. The exclusivity makes people feel special, even if it's just 50 people in a group chat. And respond like a human, not a brand. And this might be the most important part. When someone comments on your post or sends you a DM, respond like a person, not a customer service bot. Use your founder's name, share personal thoughts, ask questions back. Make sure that they know that it's you on the other side. The goal isn't to scale fast, it's to connect deeply. And deep connections turn customers into advocates, advocates into repeat buyers, and repeat buyers into lifelong fans. Now here's the reality check. While community-driven loyalty can be incredibly powerful, it's also more fragile than the old transactional model. In the past, if a brand messed up, customers might be annoyed, but they'd probably still come back if the discount was good enough. Price and convenience often trumped principle. But today, loyalty is emotional, which means it is also more sensitive. A broken promise, a tone-deaf social media post, poorly handled customer service interaction, or even just going quiet for too long can make your community drift away. And when they leave, they don't just stop buying, they often become vocal critics. Cancel culture isn't just for celebrities anymore. Brands can find themselves on the wrong side of social media very quickly. Moreover, poor brand performance or product quality can come back to the influencer who endorsed the product and erode audience and trust in both brand and influencer. But here's the thing. The fix isn't perfection. Nobody expects you to be perfect, and trying to be perfect actually makes you less relatable and trustworthy. The fix is consistency, transparency, and authenticity. When you mess up, and you will, own it quickly and genuinely. Show that you're listening, learning, and changing. The brands that recover from mistakes are the ones that respond like humans, not like PR machines. They acknowledge the problem, explain what they're doing to fix it, and follow through on their promises. Modern loyalty is more like a relationship than a rewards program. And just like relationships, it requires ongoing attention, communication, and care. You can't just set it and forget it with an automated email sequence. When you do get it right, When you build genuine connections with your community, the loyalty you earn is deeper and more valuable than anything in the old model could create. Alright, let's bring this together with some concrete takeaways you can start implementing this week. Number 1, brand loyalty isn't dead. It's evolved. It's shifted from transactional to relational, from rewards based to community based, from brand centric to people centric. Number 2, community is your new retention strategy. Instead of chasing new customers constantly, focus on creating deeper relationships and connections with existing ones. Give them reasons to stay, engage, and advocate. Number 3, you don't need millions of followers to build real loyalty. Micro communities with genuine connections often outperform massive audiences with shallow engagement. Number 4, authenticity beats perfection every time. People connect with realness, vulnerability, and human stories more than polished marketing messages. Number 5, creator partnerships are table stakes now. If you're a brand not working with creators, or if you're a creator not building genuine relationships with brands you love, you're missing out on the future of commerce. Here's your challenge for this week. If you're a brand or a creator, engage meaningfully with your top 3 most loyal customers or followers. Don't just like their comments. DM them, thank them specifically, ask them a genuine question about their experience with your product or content, or invite them to create user-generated content featuring your products. If you're building something, share one piece of content that builds community this week. This could be a poll asking for opinions, a behind-the-scenes story showing your process, or user-generated content featuring a highlighted customer. If you want to experiment, try one micro-loyalty experiment. Maybe it's a surprise discount for your most engaged commenter. Maybe it's featuring a customer's photo on your feed. Maybe it's creating a simple group chat for your biggest supporters. The goal is simple. Make people feel seen, heard, and valued. And that's the new foundation of loyalty. Remember, you're not just trying to scale fast. You're trying to connect deeply. One genuine connection is worth more than 100 passive followers. Alright, that's a wrap for today's deep dive into affiliate conversion optimization. To recap our key points, conversions matter more than follower count. Trust, format, call to action clarity, and mobile experience. And that's a wrap on today's deep dive into the evolution of brand loyalty. I hope this episode got you thinking differently about how you approach customer relationships. Whether you're building a brand, creating content, or just trying to understand why you feel so connected to certain products and creators in your life. This shift from transactional to relational loyalty isn't just a marketing trend. It's a fundamental change in how we connect with the brands and people we choose to support. And honestly, I think it's making commerce more human, more authentic, and more interesting. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. Share your thoughts on social media, tag me at AndyCanHelp, and let me know which takeaway hit different for you. Or better yet, show me how you're experimenting with building deeper connections with your own work. And here's a small ask. If this podcast has been valuable to you, the best way to support it is by sharing it with someone who would benefit from these insights. Text the episode to a friend who's working with something, share it in a Discord server with fellow creators, or just mention it in conversation with someone who's thinking about loyalty and community differently. Next week, we're diving into something I've been obsessing over lately, the psychology of impulse buying in the age of social commerce. Why do we add things to cart from a 15-second TikTok, and what does this mean for how brands should think about conversion? It's going to be a good one. Until then, remember, you're not just building customers, you're building community. And that makes all the difference. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next week. This week's theme music is written and produced by Obnoxious. You can find their music on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Just search Obnoxious. Thanks so much.